All right, I'm going to walk you through performing an abdominal brace and adding a head lift for a little bit of extra resistance. Um, so you want to focus on making sure that when you're lying down, that the mid back, essentially the bottom of the rib cage, is flat on the ground. There may be a little bit of a gap at the low back. That is fine as long as it's not excessive. But what I don't want is I don't need you to feel like you have to really crunch and smash that low back down either. There should be a little bit of weight on the top of the sacrum, the natural curve in the low back, but at the bottom of the rib cage, we want to make sure that that's pretty flat. If you are finding that it's difficult, that you're laying there and you just can't get that mid back area flattened down because maybe you have a rib cage flare, go refer to my diaphragmatic breathing video if you have a rib cage flare, to put some pillows to support you to lower that rib cage down. But otherwise, you want to make sure that when you're bracing, you want to make sure that you engage the core first and flatten those lower abdominals to reinforce that brace. You're going to make sure that you are breathing while you're holding that brace. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add a little bit of a head lift, and then you'll lower back down. We don't have to lift the head very high. We're not doing crunches or anything like that. We're just testing and seeing, can I maintain the firmness of my abdominal brace as I lift the weight of my head. So I only need to lift about maybe 1 inch off of the ground, and then I'll come back down. Because my hands are free, I'm choosing to actually place them in my lower abdominals, because what we're looking for is that as soon as I brace, I should feel the firmness in my lower core. And then as soon as I lift my head, there should not really be any bulging in my abs when I come up. So remember, heads are at least 10 to 15 pounds, so that's a lot of weight. So even though we're lifting it just 1 inch, the goal is my core strong enough to contain and control the pressure? Or when I lift my head, does my ab push up and out, creating a bulge? If it's doing that, it means that you've lost your brace or your brace isn't strong enough yet. So maybe don't lift as high. Um, but the goal is that we're not creating any bulging or doming, especially in the lower ab when we're exerting ourselves. So if you can't correct it, we want to make sure that as you're lifting the head, you really have to draw that core in so that we don't create that bulge. So that's going to be our brace with our head lift.